call me because I just said
not Rasho. Hold on, skip. Not Rasho Nesterovic.
I didn't want to go there.
Slava Medvedenko.
Slava.
And certainly not Kwame Brown.
How do you think Kwame Brown feels when you say Kwame?
Do I get to answer this, or are these rhetorical questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Do I get to answer it, or are they just rhetorical questions?
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something right now. Kwame, all right, I'm going to tell you why I say Kwame Brown or Rasho Slava Medvedenko. I'll tell you why. Because you're Kwame Brown. You're 7 feet tall. You're the #1 overall draft pick, okay? You come into this league, you came in without a jump shot. You came in without the ability to rebound. You came in without the ability to do nice footwork, to pass, to rebound, to defend, to score points, or whatever the case may be. And it's a decade later, and you're still that dude. You've never worked and put forth your due diligence in order to take advantage of the privilege opportunity that you were in. And when I see that level of consistency as it pertains to an aptitude, I'm going to call somebody out. If a dude is playing like garbage, you don't sit there and point out he's playing like garbage.
Of course
you don't
I do.
sit there and point out how he's not living up to expectations.
I don't want to get away from what we're talking about because that's what makes this.
Oh,
great.
I'm staying on the point. I'm right here.
But there's a difference between reporting what you see in the box score at the game or calling someone a scrub. Like, if I make...
But he is a scrub.
Not if he's a scrub.
And you know it.
Kwame Brown may be a scrub compared to Shaquille O'Neal. And if he's able to maintain one of those jobs for 10 years, there's no way he can be a scrub.
Relatively, he's a scrub.
No, he can't be.
Did you just say that with a straight face? Did you just say that with a straight face?
Do you guys realize that somebody's paying him millions of dollars to play basketball?
Unfortunately, they are.
Jalen, answer my question.
Why do you think the guy that's 10 through 15 on the bench is able to have a long career?
Answer my question.
He's got to have some skill set. But I think they're saying relative to the other players. Stephen A. is not going to stop till you answer it. So go ahead, Stephen A.
Hello, Jalen. Jalen Rose, star, All-American in high school, played in the finals, can ball. You trying to tell me that you don't know a scrub when you see a scrub? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That everybody in the NBA can play? Are you sitting there with a straight face and you're saying to me that everybody in the NBA can play?
Who are we comparing them to?
I'm just saying we're comparing them to the NBA.
If you're going to compare Slava Medvedenko to Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't have a chance.
You should
if you're going to compare me to Magic Johnson,
you should be ashamed of yourself, Jalen.
That's ridiculous. But everybody has naysayers, Stephen A. And so what will my naysayer say?
Hold on,
never won anything. What is he talking about? He's no Magic Johnson.
All right,
he doesn't know anything.
Keep talking.
It works both ways.
Okay,
so we speak in fact. If you 7 feet tall, 270 pounds, you trying to tell me there is not some dudes in the NBA that's there strictly because of their size?
What about Brian Scalabrine?
That's being utilized all day long that can't play.
You think Brian Scalabrine in the league because...
Did L.A. give up too much to get a guy who has been labeled soft?
Is that a trick question?
You tell me.
They gave up Kwame Brown. Who
first
cares?
Rounders.
I could care less.
Into his salary.
More importantly, Kwame Brown is gone. The City of Angels, Hollywood, just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever, plays no defense, doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it. And you're asking me whether they gave up too much? Please, the Los Angeles Lakers knew exactly what they were doing. They should be celebrating right now. In this particular instance, you keep those guys. You still have Fisher with Jordan Farmar. And on top of all of that, you give up Kwame Brown? Please, there's nothing to think about. There's nothing even to think about.
But it doesn't matter because he's replacing Kwame Brown. And when you take it to the fact that you're replacing nothing, that makes you something, which is a plus. And that's the way to look at this situation. Kwame Brown, God bless him, is a scrub. He can't handle the ball, can't post up, can't do anything.
It's your boy T-Man, right back in the attic, right back at it. And today we talking Kwame Brown. Now, I wanted to, put my little insight in this because of the simple fact that me and Kwame the same age, so I remember vividly when he was drafted. You know what I'm saying? How the hopes and the stakes were so high for him, and everybody had a lot of high expectations for him. He was fresh out of high school, drafted #1 into the NBA. So you already know it's going to be a lot of expectations, but then you get drafted at the age of 17, then you get drafted to Michael Jordan. Now, anybody that know MJ don't play no games. MJ don't care who you is. He's a high competitor. He want to win. So he was always attacking Kwame, always talking about how trash he was and all this stuff. And you saying that stuff to a 17-year-old that most likely 9 times out of 10 looked up to you. Because, you know what I'm saying, who didn't look up to Mike, especially in 2001. Mike had just retired, you know what I'm saying, from the Wizards not too long before that. So at this point, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like that got to be tough for somebody to sit up and have to prove that, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm that #1 pick, when you got a guy like Jordan that only sees greatness. And if you ain't like displaying the level of greatness that MJ expect out of you, man, he gonna chew you out. You know what I'm saying? So basically, Kwame Brown been the butt of the jokes, you know what I'm saying, in the NBA. I would say probably like after his 6th or 7th season, when everybody knew, like, all right, man, this dude ain't gonna really be, you know, what he was projected to be. The jokes start coming in. You know, you got Stephen A., you got Skip Bayless, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of other reporters and stuff. They always calling him a bust, and they got a lot of bad things to say about Kwame on top of that. So, you know, back then, the media was mostly just regular media members. It wasn't too many sports analysts that actually played the game that was in media. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it hit a little different when you start hearing it from your peers, people that don't get paid, that wasn't getting paid, you know what I'm saying, to do this for a living, people that was getting paid to play in the pros for a living, and they was in the pros just like you, and some of them, if not all of them, had better careers than Kwame. So now I think it's starting to hit home a little bit more. It might hurt a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, coming from these guys. But I used to always, the reason why I said I needed to blog about this is because I was right there, like, as far as being a fan around the same age group, and I was paying attention to him because I wanted to see how he was going to develop and if he was going to ever get good, you know what I'm saying, and turn into that guy. He had a few, you know what I'm saying, good moments and everything, but nothing spectacular. He didn't live up to his projections, but I never really was like a part of the bandwagon crew that was just calling him a scrub and shit like that, because I played basketball. I couldn't make it to the NBA. How you gonna call somebody a scrub when they doing this at the highest level? Now, whether they're actually doing good in the pros, that's one thing, but to make it to the pros automatically means you're not a scrub, because that means let's say it's 300 to 400 or 500 NBA players. Okay, think about how many people it is in this world. So for them to even be able to make it to the pros means you're better than 1%, 99% of the rest of the people that play basketball. Let's just be honest. And if you're not better than them, you were gifted by God to get the physical attributes needed to be able to go to the league. That's not his fault, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been saying, blame Jordan. He picked me #1. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Jordan. I mean, they always say Jordan the worst GM ever, the worst owner ever, and all of this shit, but they don't never tie it into the Kwame Brown pick. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, you know what I'm saying? We got Jalen Rose being one of the only few guys that actually acknowledged that they were wrong for what they were doing to Kwame Brown. Him and Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, they were on ESPN. This was a while back, and they was, hold on one second. Shaman, go downstairs. I'm working. Go downstairs now. So yeah, them kids, man, they mess everything up for you. But where was I at? Yeah, they was on ESPN and they was talking about it, and Jalen was the only one that had like a real great point of view, in my opinion. Like, he pretty much was saying, like, what I was just saying, like, how many, you know what I'm saying, if you talking about he a scrub, he's gonna say it. He's not a scrub. Jalen Rose, like, he's not a scrub. He's doing what everybody want to do, and a lot of people can't even make it there. So for him to be a part of the roster and play 10 years in the league, how could you be a scrub and you done put in 10 years in the NBA, made millions of dollars, been able to take care of your family, your mother, got her a house, did all that great stuff, but yet you want to talk about him being a scrub? Come on, it's better words that you can use, because at the end of the day, he ain't a scrub. Now, as far as the NBA players, he definitely underachieved. He's an underachiever, but he's still an overachiever in the sense of he was able to make millions and he was able to get a lot of things done that a lot of people pretty much want and dream of and can't get there. So, I mean, let me be honest, man. I'm here to say I'm happy for Kwame. I'm happy that he, you know what I'm saying, jumping off the porch and he going after everybody. You know what I'm saying? Going after all the smoke, you know, Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, you know what I'm saying? He calling him Becky with the good hair. Like, he got a lot of eyeballs on him right now, and the dude is very, very interesting. He's funny, if you ask me. These jokes may not be funny to the people he cracking them on, but because he is getting personal. But at the end of the day, a joke is a joke, and the shit funny to me because y'all been on his head for 20 years. And I was waiting for him to say something. I used to always be like, I'm like, man, this dude a good dude. He better than me. Because I would have been spoke my mind or said something. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I mean, that's just in my nature. You know what I'm saying? But Kwame Brown was just being mature, and he just wasn't really focusing on the negativity, especially when you're talking about black on black. You know what I mean? Like, the negative people to your own people. You know what I mean? We already get enough slack from the rest of the world. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, pretty much hate us, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we need to be bonded and sticking together, but that ain't what, he don't feel like they doing that. So it got to a point where Gilbert Arenas was on his show. I think Jeannie Buss was on all of the smoke shows, and they pretty much got to talking about Kwame Brown, and I guess Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson was like, you know what I'm saying, playing around and throwing little shots. I didn't see the full episode. I'm gonna probably end up checking it out just because, you know what I'm saying, this is what made Kwame so upset. So I just want to check it out just to see what he was talking about. But I know it rubbed him the wrong way. Next thing you know, he on a media run. His page doing numbers now. He about to be getting paid heavy off this, probably end up starting a podcast, and I will be tuned in because the shit that he talking about is things that I agree with him on. Like, a lot of the things that he's saying, like the personal stuff, I can't really agree too much with him on that because that's people's personal business, and I can read up on stuff in the media and the news and things like that, but I would never know what really happened. You know what I'm saying? Because when he get on Matt Barnes losing his wife to Derek Fisher and things of that nature, and I'm like, yeah, I remember when that happened. I remember when that happened, and I thought everybody was talking about Derek Fisher like he was grimy. It was because Matt Barnes, you know what I'm saying, was crying about it. He was, you know what I'm saying, he was hurt about that shit. So at the end of the day, you can't be, you know what I'm saying, throwing rocks if you live in a glass house. You know what I'm saying? So now you all on Kwame, you acting like you perfect. Ain't nothing. Come on, things happen to everybody. The man is living good right now, though. He don't got to work. You know what I'm saying? And he making enough money to take care of himself, and he's probably about to make even more money now. What it boiled down, though, is he want all the smoke. I think he want wreck with Steven Jackson, Matt Barnes, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Chris Broussard, Rob Parker, Rachel Nicholson. Like, they took his YouTube. It's crazy. He said something about how, you know what I'm saying, how he said about, you know what I mean, once you start talking to them white women and talking about them, they don't like that. He said they go downstairs. He said they basically shut his YouTube down after that, suspended him. he can say whatever he want about Barnes and all these other people, Skip Bayless, all these other people. But as soon as he say something about Rachel Nicholson, it get bad. You know what I'm saying? Man, don't mind the noise. They don't respect the fact that I'm trying to do things for them. That's how kids are, man. They don't know until they know. But man, make a long story short, he want all the smoke. And I respect Jalen Rose, because Jalen Rose was the only person over this last 20 years that I've heard that actually had Kwame Brown back when Kwame Brown was basically not saying nothing, didn't have a platform, social media wasn't booming all like that 10 years ago. It was, it was out here, but it wasn't as big as it is now. So he ain't been able to really be able to defend himself, and now he's defended himself, and he gave props to Jalen Rose for when Jalen Rose had the platform to be able to defend him. He did that. He went up against two media giants and Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. So you know what I'm saying, I gotta salute, you know what I mean, Jalen Rose for that. And I just want, man, Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, y'all better stay clear of Kwame Brown. He don't want to go on all the smoke. Y'all stay away from that guy, man, because he want to smack fire out of y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say who going to beat who up and all of that, because that's not my place to say. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see this between people like myself, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to be out here displaying the beef and things like that. We need to bond together, man, as a team, you know what I'm saying? And we can go a lot farther, because I don't like all of this negative energy towards each other going back and forth, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't right. But anyways, y'all can like and subscribe to my channel, man. If y'all like my vlogs, like what I do, you know what I'm saying, stay tuned. I got more coming. It's your boy. Oh, yeah, not to mention, check out my website, TopFlow216/shop. Get the merch, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, I got something on right now. This is one of my best sellers, man. Y'all need to get tap in. If y'all go to my page from this vlog, y'all get a discount, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what y'all think. It's your boy T-Man, right back in the attic, right back at it. 1.